Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today I'll be showing you my favorite must-have journaling supplies. We wanted to make this video because I often get asked on Instagram what journaling supplies do I use, like what pens or what notebook. So I hope you find this video helpful, and we'll be listing everything down below so you can see and find them. Okay, so to start off, the main item, the notebook. I used the Rêverie Journal that we designed. We wanted to make something quality that you can use for many mediums and watercolor and paint, because those are the things I like to use. So we made the notebook with watercolor paper, and it's just slightly textured. You can use other mediums such as brush pens and Fineliners, because we often get asked if the texture will be too much on those pens, and it's not. I've used them and I've had no problem. I know many of you like to use a bullet journal as a yearly planner, but for me, I use mine as a daily journal or as a diary. So the 160 pages are plenty for me. I think I can use mine for more than a year and a half sometimes. It depends on how much I'm journaling. So for me, the journal is perfect, and also the covers are really pretty. I know I designed them, so it's kind of like self-complimenting, but I really love the covers. Okay, next item on the list is the gouache. I use the Petite Palette for almost all my illustrations. I really love using the paint because there are 12 already pre-mixed colors in it, and I have a difficult time sometimes finding and mixing the good colors. So something that already comes pre-mixed is always good for me. But you can also mix more. But I think that if I were to improve this set, I would just include a dark blue, the pure blue, so I can mix and make more colors. One of the main reasons I like using gouache is because you can use it both opaque and as a watercolor, meaning you can water down the paint to give it that watercolor, more translucent effect. So it's pretty versatile, and it dries nicely, and you can reuse the paint even when it dries. So for me, it's a perfect paint. For the paintbrushes, I'm not really picky. I actually don't have a lot of paintbrushes. I just have the small set, but I do prefer when the brushes have a wider handle. When they're too thin, I find it more difficult for me to hold them. Maybe it's just me. The brand that I like to use is the Princeton Velvet Touch, and these have really soft and velvety handles, as the name says it. I have about 4 main brushes that I often use. The Princeton 4 round brush, the Da Vinci 1, it's a more of a firmer fine tip, the Leonardo 12, and the Princeton number 6, which is the wider round flat brush. Whenever I draw, I always start with a sketch, and for this I use the Field Notes pencil. I've been using it for years, and it's a basic 2B pencil, so I think any brand would be okay if you don't have a Field Notes or if you don't want it. What's important is that the lead isn't too dark and it's not too hard, so it's easy to erase afterwards. Okay, next item, Fineliners. Everyone always asks me which pens do I use, and I mainly use 2 brands, the Artline drawing system and the Pigma Micron. I'm not sure how you say it. Right now I mainly use 2 tip sizes, the 0.05, that it's mostly for my illustrations and drawing. It's a really fine, delicate tip. I like how it looks for my drawings. And for my writing, I use the thicker one, the 8. What I love about these pens is that they both have archival ink, so it makes it water resistant, so you can paint and use water over them. Especially for my illustrations, I always paint afterwards. I use a pen, and there's no bleeding or anything, so there's no problem. And when I erase, there's really no smudging, unless I erase immediately right afterwards, but the ink dries pretty quickly, so I usually have no issues with this. For the last item on my list, stickers and washi tape. But first, I'll show you some of the stickers that I use. So I love using stickers because I don't always have time to draw, and it's like a quick instant decoration on my page. and they just look so pretty and it's convenient to use. I mainly use the stickers that are taken from my illustrations, but I also have a few from Opal and Fern. So as you can see, I have a decent little collection of sticker sheets. One thing I will say that I don't like about stickers is when the design looks too digital, and by that I mean too perfect. I like when stickers look aesthetic and hand-drawn, and they have a bit of more of a character. I don't know what the word is, but to me they look more pretty when it looks more like it was taken from a real illustration and drawing and not so digitalized. And last but not least, the washi tape. I have a small collection of washi tape that I've designed. I really like to use the gingham and the grid design, some floral here and there. I kind of prefer the more simple designs because I like to layer them and to just decorate my pages. Nothing too much, nothing too cutesy or kawaii. That's just my preference. But I really like washi tape because it's such a simple way to decorate your page and to add some color or to grid off something when you're painting. So they're pretty versatile and nice to use. That's it for my must-have journaling supplies. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Or if there's any questions you have, or if there's something else you'd like me to explain. I wish you all a great day, and I'll see you for the next video. Take care.